Hi guys, I'm Nagadir-chan, and welcome to my review for Tokunana, or Special 7, Episode 4. Oh, I do really like this. Especially this episode, which seemed like another mundane episode about some another mundane case, but it actually wasn't. It was like more tight in, so I really like that. I hope this will be happening more. So the case was about a father and son who had some car crash. No, the car exploded, and son was like very heavily injured and was in hospital. And father had insurance on him, so of course suspicion went on him immediately. Insurance frauds happening. So they were investigating that. And what I really like is that it wasn't Ichino and Seiji, but Elf Guy and Seiji. So now we saw like completely different dynamic. And it was very enjoyable because like all these 3 episodes it was Ichinose working with Seiji only. And now we have someone else. I really wouldn't mind if like next or after 2 other episodes Seiji will be working with some other people. Like he would kinda rotate between them. I would really love it because it's funny about these characters, like seeing how they interact, how they bond, and such. That's like my thing. I love that. So it was very interesting. So this mundane case, they investigated that. They were kind of pressing the father a little bit, especially Seiji, because he really wanted to know the truth and he like trusted him that he wasn't like the one who tried to murder his son. But it got complicated because they found out that he had 2 other children who died in some weird accident and had insurance on them. So Elf Guy of course didn't believe the father, but Seiji was still like watching how father was reacting. I was like, I don't think he did that. I'm really like not feeling it. So there was this moment with Elf Guy. He was kind of like annoyed at Seiji because he was so trusting and so naive. Like, okay, you can think that, but that's just your assumption. We need some proof that it wasn't him. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that he kind of like said that to Seiji, like, hey, wake up, we are not doing assumptions here, we need proofs, okay? You might feel that this person wasn't it, or didn't do that, but that's okay, but please find something you can prove it by that. So yeah, I'm really glad Elf Guy did that. He was kind of really annoyed by what he said. Like, show him, Elf Guy. Show him that this is a detective work and not throwing assumptions around. So they investigated more. They even like Take Girl and Sniper and Samurai Woman were kind of looking into that car, like what's inside, if there was some like device which made it explode. So they were like kind of talking about it, and they figure out there was some kind of bomb or device. Then they found out that father wasn't actually biological father of those 2 kids dying some time ago. So he went even more suspicious because he didn't tell them. So it was like kind of very interesting investigations going on. Like, so it was a very complicated case. And yeah, even it seemed like the father wasn't that much fond of those 2 children. Maybe I think they were like, because I think his wife ran away, so maybe they were children of the wife, but this kid which got injured was his biological son. So maybe he wasn't feeling that much feelings for these 2 sons. It wasn't his fault, but like it got complicated, and the girl find out that he couldn't do that device in the car because it was like professional and he didn't seem like professional. They figured out that it couldn't be this guy. So they were like brainstorming, which was really great scene. They were like thinking how, where, what. And then Seiji was like kind of thinking like, this is weird, this is another like bomb case, like in kind of short time. And they were like, oh, actually, yeah. And they were like immediately started looking like what if it was B. That's how like they named that previous bomber guy. So they immediately started to look at it, and they kind of like it matched. It was the same person who made the bombs in the buildings and who made this bomb. So that was actually pretty cool. I really liked that process. And like then Elf Guy put a trap because he gets information. He has a information broker. I don't know if it's a woman or a man. Whatever. She is really pretty, so I don't care. Yeah, there's something I feel about her. So he like got a lot of information from her and from I guess other people. So he got some information and were able to, so they could like find out who it was. But I forgot about like one of the most important stuff, which was like when they were investigating like doctors and such, if it like was some kind of doctor or whatever. And Seiji like went to look at the boy in the hospital, and he find out that there is a bomb. I was like, well, okay, this escalated quickly. Like, what the hell? Who is trying to explode this poor baby boy? Like, are you serious? Like, the timer was very low. I think it was only a few seconds. So he just grabbed the kid and jumped out a window, which was kind of high up. And he survived it. Sprained his ankle, but kind of walk it off like nothing happened. So I'm like, okay, can please somebody tell me what the hell is wrong with Seiji, because he is not human. You can tell me whatever you want, but he's not normal human. This is not how a person with sprained ankle walks, you know, like I don't know. I really want to know what's wrong with him. So that was before that, and after that they kind of brainstorm and such things. So Elf Guy was able to take this culprit of bombing out. They kind of made a trap for him because Bomber really wanted to kill that kid. Was kind of angry that the people which were supposed to explode didn't explode, so he wanted to finish his work. So he went back to the kid and wanted to kill him. Elf Guy was like waiting there for him. And then there was a reveal. This guy has some connection to Nine because he started blobbing about dragons in like some crazy part of sect or something. I guess Nine is kind of like a sect because, I mean, no normal person will be part of them, I guess. I mean, it's kind of sect because they are revering dragons and they are like their gods and they want to like sacrifice things to them. So I guess. So he was like starting to blab this shit, and Elf Guy started to get really angry because this sect, the Nine, kind of like killed his brother, even though he puts a lot of guilt on Ichinose. It was them, so he like really wanted to kill him. So okay, that went a little bit dark, but I like this characterization of this character. Like, it gives him more of a personality. So he has some grudge that's like acceptable, and I can understand that, understandable, because his brother died. So maybe that's why he is part of a Special 7 Tokunana. That like he really wanted to be in because he wanted to avenge his brother. Don't know how old he is. It was 10 years, almost 10 years ago, 9 years ago. So don't know how long he's part of this Tokunana. But yeah, that's probably the case. So he was really angry, and Seiji just went in and was like, you can't kill this guy. This is not how justice works. No, please don't. So he was like trying to tell him out of it. So they had a little bit of interesting talk there. And yeah, Seiji is very naive. And he has like very idealized view on certain things. Then there was this like really funny scene when this bad guy, the bomber, was like, haha, I have a bomb here, so everyone will now just blow up, and Seiji just kicked him in the face. He did like spin kick and I just spin him. I was laughing like hell because it was so funny. I was like, oh no, you stupid, you're just talking and now he's going to blow you up. And Seiji was like, not on my watch. So that was so funny. Like, this show has a lot of funny scenes. I like that. Like, you can say whatever you want about Seiji, but he gets his job done, okay? He's very determined and he gives no fights. He gets his job done. And that's why I like him. He might be naive, but when there is a danger, he just do what is supposed to be done. Like be the guy or save the children or whatever. So I can give him that. That's why I like him. He's a nice guy, so don't be harsh on him, okay? Also, this internal drama with Ichinose and Elf Guy. Seiji and Elf Guy were like having, I don't know, some moment there. They were like talking and because they were investigating the father and they weren't able to tell if he's lying or not, but Ichinose is very good at this. So Seiji was like, I wish he was here, and Elf Guy was like, don't be so dependable on him. I mean, you are a freaking police investigator detective, so I don't know, do your job. Like, don't be so dependable. So again, he shows him that he needs to like work for himself also a little bit, even though he's a newbie. And I'm glad he needs that. He needs to think for himself, goddamn. Like, they were talking about Ichinase, and I don't think Elf Guy wanted to say that, but it kind of like gets out of him because he saw like how much Seiji is dependable on Ichinose and how much he likes him, but how much naive and like kind of he was kind of worried about him, and he told him that he shouldn't like trust Ichinose so much because he could use him and like as a sacrifice to save his life. So yeah, that was a little bit awkward. It didn't seem like he wanted to say that. It just came out because he saw how much Seiji is naive. And he was like, forget about it. But I was like, I don't think he will. Like, people just don't forget stuff like this, I guess. Even though if they are naive like hell, but I don't think so. So this was a very good episode. I really like that. Like I said, because of Elf Guy and Seiji's dynamics, it was completely different, and that was cool. Also, Elf Guy got a lot of info. He was also interested in Seiji. I wonder why. Maybe because of that 9 incident 9 years ago and why he was there and such stuff. Maybe why he was chosen to be part of Special 7 unit. And he was also getting some information on 9. Well, and it seems that 9 is getting ready for some kind of war, which is not good, because they are probably preparing for some very, very big incident, like as big as 9 years ago, because there are some weird deals in some weird weapon deals, I guess, in Tokyo. Like, a lot of people from underground are like smuggling weapons. So yeah, they're probably preparing for something very big, and that sounds very dangerous and very bad. Like, this is moving kinda slowly, but actually pretty fast also. Yeah, I really love that this case seemed like it's not part of 9, but it actually is, and it even tied to like episode before, which is cool. I hope there will be like more of this. And it seems 9 is behind everything. They're like in the shadows, puppeteers, guiding these people to like make some noise and disturbance. I'm not sure how bad it will be, but probably very bad. So I wonder what Elfgar will be doing with this information. Yeah, I'm really worried. I'm starting to get very worried about characters. Probably not Seiji because he seems to be immortal, but okay. Like, don't kill other characters because they're precious. Yeah, I give this episode 8 out of 10 because it flowed well. Maybe start was a little bit slow, like when they were investigating, but then it went like super extreme when like there was this bomb and poor kid and this crazy guy. So that was cool. I like how it all tied together. Might be a little bit slow pacing sometimes, but characters are really great and I'm getting into the story a lot too. It might be not that extreme or captivating as other anime, but still it's really good. For what it is presenting, it's good. It's very enjoyable and I think that's all what it needs. Doesn't need to be perfect, but it is enjoyable. So yeah, that's all. Goodbye and see you next time.